welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Fit Pod One. This podcast one where we explore the highs and lows of embarking on a fitness and wellness journey from real life experiences. Our guest today is someone I had mentioned previously that I'll be having on the show, and this episode would stand out. Our guest is someone very special to me. So we'll be joined by Chinwe Onuorah, a dynamic IT expert with a passion that cuts across several industries and several sectors, and might I add wellness as well. Beyond her expertise in the digital world, Chinwe is an advocate for staying very fit and maintaining a balanced lifestyle. Join us as we explore the intersection of tech, fitness, and personal growth on this exciting episode. Great. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you. We really appreciate the time. We know how busy you get. So thank you. Thank you,
No
Chinwe.
problem. No problem.
So I've done a brief introduction, but this is the part where you tell us a bit about yourself
Okay.
and your journey so far. Thank you again for joining us. I forgot to add that you're a doctor, so I'll be adding that now. So can we get to meet you?
Yes, my name is Dr. Chinwe Sophie Onuorah. I wear multiple hats. I'm happy to be here to share my knowledge. I'm always a person that likes to share knowledge. I don't believe in gatekeeping information. So I wear multiple hats. I'm a senior technical program manager. I work full time in an organization, and on top of that, I also run a nonprofit called Temka Women Network.
So how are you able to, I mean, we'll go into all of that, but I just
Right.
thought to butt in. You work 9 to 5, you do
Right.
Temka, and you still do the whole health and fitness journey. So please, you
Yeah.
share with us how you've been able to
Right.
intertwine and make that work. I mean,
Right.
in Canada, and you have a family in all of this. So
Right.
please,
Right.
let's go back to your introduction.
Right. I know. I'm not even done. Like, that's not even all. So aside from that, I have 3 kids. I have a 5-year-old, I have 11, and also a 12-year-old as well.
Wow.
I have, with kids, it's always like you have to be cooking, cleaning, doing laundry,
No.
doing their homework and all of that. So yeah, and pretty much besides that as well, I'm a lifelong learner. I always believe in learning something new. Of course, being in the field of technology keeps you sort of on your toes because you know that tech keeps evolving and you don't want to be obsolete. So you want to make sure that you're always reading, you're always doing certification exams, you're always doing trainings just to make sure that you come up to speed with all of the things that you need to know in tech to step up your game. And also being a founder of a nonprofit of over 1,000 women and being in a position where I'm sort of leading that organization, it makes it even more interesting because you have to sort of be like a pace setter. And it's not like in a way that anybody's putting you under pressure. It's just that you want to lead by example. You want to give women the hope and inspiration that they can be anything that they want to become. And so combining all of this makes you know that you have to be mentally fit. Now, what drives me to keep fit, even when it's tough, even when it's cold, even when I want to have an extra snooze, even when I should be Netflixing, even when I should be outside lounging, and I could go on and on and on. But what keeps me is the fact that I know that health is wealth, and all of the things that I've described to you that forms my entire life, like a summary, a synopsis of my entire life, actually gives me the understanding that I have to be mentally fit to be able to wear these multiple hats. Now, mental fitness comes for me. How I'm able to be mentally fit is when I work out. And so when people say, "Oh, how do you combine all of these things?" It's because I'm mentally fit. When I work out, I feel like my hormones balance. My mindset is rejuvenated. I have energy. I have renewed energy. I have the mental toughness to be able to handle different types of situations that are thrown at me. I'm able to multitask because I'm mentally and also physically fit. Because I mean, we know that if you're not physically fit, it's also difficult, right? So
Yeah.
it's just stems out of the fact that I know I'm wearing multiple hats. I have a whole lot I'm working on. I have my life is super busy,
Mhm.
and for me to be able to live for myself and live for others, I have to prioritize my health.
Mm. That's really appreciative of how you've presented and broken down everything. So really interesting. I mean, your resume just keeps, which is why I said you are literally you're passionate about everything. The passion
Right.
speaks for
Hmm.
itself.
Hmm.
The way you have put everything together just speaks of how you've been able to always get it together. I know it's quite challenging in an ever fast paced world like
Right.
such as ours, where
Right.
things and informations are being shared within
Right.
the second. So
Hmm.
well, that's really interesting. So I would
Right.
I would ask another question. So how has it been
Hmm.
doing your non-for-profit,
Hmm.
doing your 9 to 5,
Hmm.
and the whole managing your family? Could you just share a little tip that would help
Well,
that would
the
that
thing is,
would help the
sorry,
guest? Yeah,
right, right.
yeah,
It's actually tough. I won't lie. It's very tough to manage everything, but um, I believe in leaving a legacy. I don't believe in just living life, just passing by life, right?
yeah,
I mean, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon, right? So
yeah,
pretty much I have been, I'll use the word street smart in terms of being able to set goals for myself from even when I was in the university, even when I was in secondary school. I've always been, I don't want to say hustler because people always tend to use hustling as like a bad word. But I would just say I have always set high, big goals for myself, things
yeah,
that I want to accomplish. And amongst all of those things, I would say if I were to use synonyms to describe the words how I've always painted my life for future, I would say big thinking, goal getter, um, determining, just having that mindset that I'm going to achieve something and going
yeah,
for it without
yeah,
doubting myself,
yeah.
and just breaking all the odds and just go for it. That's how I would describe myself.
Okay.
So, these are the things that drive me. These are the things that makes me always want to, be a step ahead of the things I want to do, being better than how I was yesterday. Just making sure that I am achieving goals, making sure that I'm a better person every day, making sure that I leave a legacy, something. And I know the part that is really hard for women, most especially, and working out and keeping fit, is the
Yeah.
fact that we juggle a whole lot. I mean, I've just told you my life; it's not easy. Imagine what my day to day would look like. All these things
Mhm.
described to you, and I have team members that I work with in the nonprofit. We have over 7 to 10 team members right now, and I'm
Wow.
having still having meetings with them in my spare time when I'm not doing my 8 to 5. My 8 to 5 is my priority, but
Yeah.
when I'm not doing 8 to 5 after work hours, I'm having follow up meetings with my team.
Okay.
So, but then I think the part that also makes women like me who have all of
Yeah.
these responsibilities to shy away is from working out and from keeping fit is because we are juggling a whole lot.
A whole
But
lot.
I think something, and this is, I did hear a quote once that said, if you die for your family or you die for your kids, how
Yeah.
about you live for them? We're
Okay.
in a world right now where there are all sorts of illnesses here and there. Ties your health in terms of the kind of things you eat, working out, keeping fit, building muscle mass,
Yeah.
right? All of those things actually are priority. And I also feel like coming to the realization that you have to take care of yourself. You cannot pour out from an empty cup. Coming to
Okay.
that realization that it's important to prioritize yourself, knowing that keeping fit also affects everything else. If you are
Mm.
sick
It's
today,
it's
everything
all
else
encompassing. Yeah.
goes down.
Everything we suffer.
The kids will probably go late to school. They'll probably have to eat out. So all of those things that you were not doing, they would have to do them all of a sudden because you don't have energy to do that. You're sick. So
Yeah.
how about you reverse it and live for them in a way that you consistently are able to take care of them, take care of your family, take care of yourself, and just having that mindset that look, keep taking care of myself would make sure that I'm also able to take care of other people. And so prioritizing yourself, even when everything is busy, move your calendar around. to make sure you have 30 minutes of workout every day. And
Mm.
30 minutes is not a long time, to be honest. Sometimes I at 30 minutes. I don't even notice when time goes. But I think the challenge for women is thinking that they have too much and they put that workout for the people who they love.
Mm. Okay, great. That's that's wonderful. You striking a balance. I get what you mean by making out time, even if it's 30 minutes.
My schedule, I'm still able to prioritize doing this fitness,
What you need to
journey.
do.
So
What you
it's
need
a,
to
it's
do.
a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a one-time thing. It's a
Mm.
consistent. And why I told you 30 minutes is because 30 minutes is sufficient. Just be consistent. Make
Okay.
sure that you are sweating 30 minutes every day. You're working out, you're jogging, you're moving your body, because
Mm.
that sends signals to your heart to be healthy.
That's very interesting. Because the previous guest had mentioned the fact that it's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
Right. Something you have to be consistent about. And I say
About
20 minutes, 30 minutes, it's okay. Like,
okay.
don't go 2 hours, 3 hours, most especially if you haven't worked out in a long time.
Wow.
Get into it. You have to start small. You can even start from 15 minutes. Take a walk for
Okay.
15. Take a walk for 1 week, 15 minutes every time for one
Every
week.
day.
And then from there, you can step it up to 20 minutes. You can step it up to 30 minutes. If you're
Okay.
able to do 30 minutes consistently every day, it's okay. It's
It's
sufficient.
something.
Consistency,
It's a
right?
consistency. So
Be
starting
consistent,
small
making sure that you are burning and sweating every day and
every
your
day.
heart is beating at the same pace for that 30 minutes every day, like fast paced. It keeps
Okay.
your heart healthy. A healthy heart is a healthy body.
Okay. Great. So next question. What are the key factors that you should look to when trying a beginner's, more like a beginner's guide? I know you've said start small, do be consistent, probably start slow, do something 15, 20, 30 minutes. But outside all of this, would you be willing to share what has worked? Maybe a little story around your consistency.
So I believe in setting the stage for success. So,
Okay.
I mean, if you want to wake up in the morning, so say for example, you look at your schedule and you know
Yeah.
that working out in the morning is what will work best for you. So first
Yeah.
of all, think about what are your enemies of progress for
Okay.
that early morning wake up to
Workout.
work
Yeah.
out. I would say the number one enemy of progress would be your sleep. Everybody likes sleep, right?
Yeah.
Now, sleep is going to be your enemy of progress. How serious you mean business, or you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. And you just throw the blanket or the duvet over your body, and that's it. End of
Mm.
story. Mission unaccomplished. But if
Mm.
you know that sleep is going to be your biggest enemy, and I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's an enemy in a bad way. I'm just saying sleep is going to be one of the things you're going to contend with to actually break that barrier
Yeah.
and actually do the thing you said you're going to do, like wake up early and work out.
Yeah.
First thing first is go to bed early.
Okay.
Go to bed early. Make sure you have
Enough.
sufficient sleep. I mean, you cannot be thinking of waking up 6 a.m. when you're going to bed at 1 a.m. or 12
Mm.
a.m. That's only like 6 hours of sleep. Your body's going to be tired. The second thing I would say is supplement. Is your body well nourished? Are you taking the right supplements? I mean,
Okay. So
I think,
you do supplements.
yes, I always take
Okay.
supplements. I don't joke with my supplement. Vitamin C, vitamin D. I take magnesium to go to bed. It helps me to refresh, right?
Okay.
Um, omega 3 for my brain to make, because I'm always thinking kind of things I do.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mind, brain is
Mm.
engaged. I take vitamin D. I take calcium, right? And I take
Okay.
a lot of supplements, but I wouldn't
Okay.
recommend supplements on here because I mean you should be seeking the medical advice of your doctor before you take any supplement. So this is not
Okay.
a prescription. This is just
Yeah.
telling you what works for
What
me.
work? Yeah,
First,
exactly.
yeah, and so you should be seeking that advice to know what supplements work for you from your doctor. But
Okay.
taking supplements would definitely help to keep you fit and making sure that your body's nourished. You
Yeah.
don't feel exhausted and tired. A lot of people feel tired when they want to wake up in the morning because they are malnourished. Their body does
Mm.
not have the right supplements and right energy. So number two, supplements. I said number one, go to bed early. Number 2, supplement. Number 3 is set your alarm. Every time I want to throw that alarm out of the window, when I hear that sound. But I mean, if you need an
Okay.
alarm to jolt you into perspective, to remind you of that
Okay.
thing you said you were going to do, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So in the morning, set your alarm. What time is it you want to wake up? 6 a.m. Set your alarm 30 minutes before that time.
Granular mode with which you responded to the
Right.
questions have been very,
And
very good.
also one more
Thank you.
thing, there's also one more thing,
Okay.
which is very important. I talked about setting the stage for your success. The other thing is I would bring out my workout clothes and put them by my bedside.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Okay.
will bring out my workout clothes the night before and I'll
Yeah.
put it at my bedside. Because when I wake up and I roll over, I
Yeah.
want to workout clothes. And I try to make my workout clothes very comfy and lovely, something I would really
Okay.
love to wear. So when I
Okay.
look at it, I'm like, how cool am I going to look in this workout clothes?
So some motivation as well. Okay.
Exactly.
Wonderful. Okay. The fact that okay.
And you want to see the first thing, you want that to be the first thing you see when you wake up in the morning.
Oh, nice. Okay. I never thought about it that way. I know I do set out the plan. Sometimes I just plan it in my head. Sometimes I want to set it aside. So once I get up, I just jump into it. But another question, how important is variety in a workout plan?
Hmm.
I know that you probably I know there are different forms of workout exercises
Right.
and all. I don't know. I know that you have this special kind of shoes you use to work
Right.
Tony, let's get it. This that go and get it with no hesitation. This that.
out. How and please tell us about how you came about working out in those
Right.
shoes and how it has worked for you and do
Right.
you do other workouts as well, please?
I do all sorts of workout. I do cardio. I do walking, lots of
Okay.
work.
Okay.
Um, and one of the things that I realized with one of the gyms that I signed up for,
Oh,
I really put it on. I was like also curious. I wanted to know what it was about, and if I realized that the feet boots actually work to help, most especially for like if you are 35 and above, right?
okay.
And you haven't worked out in a long time. If you want to
Yeah.
start working out,
Okay.
so and it improves balance, coordination. It also helps to like enhance your, like I said, cardio, and also helps you to burn calories. And I just like the fact that it makes me bounce, and then you're
Yeah.
sort of enjoying. Remember that workout sometimes can be boring. Let's face the truth,
Yeah.
right? It
Yeah.
can be
Yeah.
discouraging. It can
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
tiring.
So
But I try to always
make it
work
fun as
out
well. Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I'm in front of the TV. I'm trying to dance, and I'm with my fit boots,
Oh,
and it just
you dance? You're
yeah, I
dancing on the fake boots? Oh, okay.
yeah.
So you can.
I,
Oh, okay. Interesting.
right.
And that's
So
okay.
and I'm able to like enjoy the workout,
Oh,
right? But
nice.
yeah,
Oh,
so it actually
oh,
just
great.
makes it more fun.
Great. Okay. So thank you for sharing that. Okay, I know that I just used to see you wear this special boots. So thanks for letting
Right.
us know that it's called Fit Boots. I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't the sponsored post, but I mean,
Right.
if you can, so our guest says if you can get a pair of
Boots.
Kangoo boots. Okay.
Right. It's
Okay.
actually called Kangoo
Interesting.
Boots, not Fit Boots. I think Fit Boots is another brand, but the originator I think is Kangoo Boots.
Okay. Kangoo boots. Okay. So it's more like I see some people also use the trampoline. So this is just like an offshoot from the trampoline.
Mm,
Yeah.
no, trampoline is different because you're
Okay.
just bouncing off something.
Bounce off it.
But
Yeah.
this one, you're actually wearing the shoe. So there's a
Yeah.
lot of coordination.
Yeah. So the
And
uniqueness is you move freely. You're not just bouncing on a
right,
trampoline. Okay.
right. But this one,
Okay.
you actually coordinated. It's like you're wearing shoes. And so it helps you in terms of there's balance. There's more
Yeah.
balance in this
Okay.
versus the
Oh, great.
trampoline.
Great. I mean, you have shared so much insights that it almost feels like we have overlapped into the next question. But I mean, I'll go ahead and ask it. So whoever might have missed it can get
Mhm.
it clearly. Are there common mistakes that you think you made when you started your wellness journey? Were there mistakes, some things
Um,
you did that in hindsight and in foresight, you think you would have done it differently? Would you have gotten
Absolutely.
the boot way earlier than now?
I don't think I needed the boots earlier than now, to be honest,
Okay.
because I
Okay.
was way younger. I had the energy. My joints were not
Oh,
as. And to be honest, no
yeah.
matter how much of a workout you do, as you
Yeah.
age, your body ages. Let's face it. What we
Okay.
do with workout is we're trying to make ourselves as healthy as possible for a longer time. We're
Okay.
also trying to build muscle mass, right?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
because as you grow older, your muscle mass reduces naturally. So what you're
Okay.
trying to do with a workout is sort of activating your muscles. And the more muscles you have as you age, the slower your aging is. So think about it. You could see a 70-year-old with a walking stick, and you
Yeah.
could see a 70-year-old and it looks fit like a 40-year-old, and you're
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
wow. You see,
Yeah.
the difference is the workout. The difference is the
Okay.
fact that the one who's working out without and doesn't need to use a walking stick has built muscle.
Muscle
But
over
the one who
time.
is not working out and has a walking stick and looks very fragile and feeble did not
Yeah.
build muscle. So they aged like 10 times faster.
Okay.
So now to your question around what mistakes have I made, I think the one mistake that I do remember that, so I
Yeah.
was on just intermittent fasting and I think I was trying to double the period because I
Double
wanted
down. Oh.
to lose weight.
Oh
I hadn't
wow.
taken water, I hadn't taken anything, and I went to a client site, sat, and we just finished the meeting. I hadn't eaten
Oh,
anything today, and I think it was
wow.
about 4 p.m. or so. And as I tried to get up, I went blank.
Wow.
Someone was by my side, and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "No, I can't see anything."
Wow.
And it was an emergency.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola
Yeah.
for me to drink
Yeah.
because she said immediately, "You have low blood sugar."
Wow.
And when you have low blood sugar, you just go black. Like you can have like a blackout. And that was
Wow.
what happened to me.
I
So
didn't
I
know
was
that.
trying to do dieting, but I was doing it too strenuously.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to my body. And I think a lot of people, when we try to diet, we face this thing where we're under so much pressure. We want to starve. We feel like starving ourselves.
Oh boy.
You keep fit. Absolutely no. So
Okay.
that is something I know I did wrong. Rather eat small portions and eat balanced diet 3 times a day and
Yeah.
in between have snacks. It's
Okay.
not about starving yourself. And even if you wanted
Okay.
to do intermittent fasting, stick to the time routine. And when you're eating, eat healthy and eat something sizable, not too much,
Yeah.
monitor calories, but just
Okay.
making sure that your body's getting the energy that it
That
needs.
requires.
Right.
Very instructive. Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing. I mean, with all the insights you have shared, this is no fluke, clearly. So next question would be how you've also overlapped into this question, but how do you balance out the various work plans that you have? Do you have them documented? And therefore, for one, I have days where I do my cardio. I have days where I strength train. So I just try to break the various workouts into a plan that I just start off my week effective. So is that something that you do? Or do you just decide this week I'm going to do it this way? Next month I'll switch things up a little more and all of that. Do you do that? Can you please share how what your regimen is like?
Yeah. I mean, I do different types of workouts. Actually, if you follow me on Instagram, my
Oh,
page is,
you have an Instagram handle.
yes, yes, I have an
Okay.
Instagram. I created
Okay.
that I think 3 years ago or so, 4 years.
Oh. So what's
Yeah.
the handle about? Can you speak to it? Speak
Well,
about it?
it's just a fitness. I'm just sharing my journey and helping other women, who are trying to keep fit to just
Okay.
stay motivated. So if you want to keep fit, you want to stay motivated, you can follow me on my page. I just share my workout routine.
Okay.
So people feel like you have to match up to all of these fitness models who look very well carved and
Yeah.
things like that. And again, there's a lot of misconception. A lot of people actually get their bodies done. They go under the knife, and
Okay.
you are comparing your natural body to that
Yeah.
body. You
Yeah.
discourage because you do all of the workout, and yet your body's not looking like that. I
Yeah.
would take a natural body over a botched body anytime. I'm not judging or saying that if you want to get your
Yeah.
body done, you done. but you should not be comparing your natural self with people who already have their botched bodies done.
Yeah.
I mean, even if you work out, it may never look like that because the difference is that it went under the knife. So
Okay.
if you want to have, with your natural body, you just want to make sure you keep fit and
Yeah.
you want to be inspired by simple
Yeah.
workout routine that
Granular
doesn't
workout
make you,
routines. Yeah.
yeah, just start simple, like carrying little weights. I do cardios, I do glute training, I do like jumping jacks, simple exercises that you would never even think is an exercise. If
Yeah.
that is what you want, you can follow my page, Fit
Okay.
Purpose. First, yeah, Fit for Purpose 247. So it's Fit number 4,
Yeah.
Purpose
Okay.
247. Yeah,
Okay.
so follow me on my page. I do different sorts of exercises. I think sometimes it also just depends on my mood.
Okay.
Sometimes I just want to go slow. So if I
Yeah.
want to go slow, I just take very easy exercises. And if I want to go hard, I do cardios.
Yeah.
So sometimes it depends on my mood. Sometimes it depends on how my day went. If I'm so exhausted, I don't want to push my body beyond the limits. And again,
Yeah.
it's about paying attention to your body, right?
Okay.
As I said, one thing about fitness journey that people should understand, it's a marathon. Take steps every day, even if it's
Okay.
just walks. It goes a long way. And
Mm.
I'm saying this confidently because this is what my doctor told me. He said, look, just even 30 minutes walk can change
Mm.
your life. It
Wow.
can keep you fit and make sure your body
And keep
and
you
your heart,
alive as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
elongate your life. It can elongate
Yeah.
your life and make sure that your heart rate, right, is
Yeah.
beating as it ought to. You don't have any blockage of fat around
Mm.
the veins pumping blood into
I'm
your heart,
pretty- Wow.
right? So
Yeah.
keep it simple, keep it slow, and just start.
Mm. So very quite instructive. So start, keep it simple. It's a marathon. I mean, another part of workout where we don't talk about usually is when it feels like a platoon or you just started and you are not seeing any gains, you're not seeing anything happening. So how do you manage or that expectation?
So like I said, we just said something. It's a marathon, it's not a
Yeah.
sprint. Also, so when you are working out, are you also curtailing what you're eating? Are you eating healthy, smaller
Oh, okay.
portions of
So your
meal?
diet, what you eat is equally as important
It's
as working
They
out.
are of equal importance. Like you cannot be eating a whole lot every day, like eating so heavy meals, big meals. You
Yeah.
cannot be only carbohydrates and there is no veggies. When you're eating, the carbohydrates should be a quarter of your plate. I always say the size of your palm.
Okay.
Carbs should be the size of your palm. Veggies should be your whole palm size,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Oh,
And
that's a
the
good
others,
formula.
right? And then the others can be the remainder of the size of the
Oh,
palm. So
good.
think about
Wow.
it. Have a round plate. So quarter of your plate is some carbs, right?
Yeah.
Half of your plate is veggies, and the remainder, maybe protein or whatever, can be the remaining quarter, which is like
Okay.
the size of your palm.
Okay.
Now, if you're eating like that every day, I guarantee you would see results.
Mm. Okay.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
You
Okay.
see results.
Okay. That's interesting. We'll stress test, or I'm sure people would,
Right.
or our guests will stress test your
Right.
theory. So we had also spoken about what would have been the next question, but it'll be good to reinforce it as well. Tracking when you're not seeing progress. What are you? What do you advise? Just keep at it until you eventually start seeing progress, or I mean, just share some light. How and do you start? I think for me, I started feeling better inwardly before my outward appearance started changing. So I don't know if that's how it works for you as well. So please, if you would be willing to share some
Right.
details around that.
If you're not seeing any result, you need to do something differently. You can't be doing the same thing and expecting a
Thanks.
miracle.
Okay.
So do something differently. Review your diet.
Okay.
So
Right.
if you work out 30 minutes in a day, it's sufficient. Don't
Okay.
go further than that if your body can take it.
Okay.
We've had situations where people have never worked out before and they go working out for 1 hour the first time after like 3-4 years of not even
Oh boy.
doing strenuous exercise, and then they drop
Mm.
because you're pressuring your heart too much. Your
Mm.
heart has to pick the pace gradually
Mm.
and start getting and adjusting and adjusting and adjusting until your heart understands that yes, she always does this every day, every 30 minutes in a day, and your heart starts to understand that
You
really.
understand? So you have to build a rhythm to it.
Right. You have to
Yeah.
build a rhythm. Correct.
So
So
your body, you're not just, so some of us or some people see it as just working out. It's not really. You are training your body, building some
right.
resilience with your body. So you have to build a rhythm. You are
Right.
teaching the body to do certain things.
You
Okay,
are
that's
teaching
good.
the body to understand your new you. Your body's not
Okay,
going to understand it immediately. It's going to take some time to start adjusting, and it
good.
starts to know that every day you do this for 30 minutes and your heart rate goes this way. It expands to your heart rate. It's not
Okay,
like it's under so much tension and pressure because you're doing it so forcefully.
okay,
Rather, you're taking your time and you're just adjusting and adjusting and adjusting. Like, think about it like a lever that you're just
okay,
adjusting and you're just
okay,
adjusting.
okay.
That. That's
So
how it functions,
just
right?
just moving the needle
Just
slowly,
a little bit
slowly but
slowly.
surely.
Right. Which is why
Wow.
I'm such an advocate for simple, start small, baby steps, and then pick it up from there.
Pick it up
Do not
from there.
compare yourself with people carrying 20 pounds weight lift on Instagram.
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
people have probably been doing it for years. You cannot just
No,
start today and just go on the treadmill and start running and then you
start
put it on the
running.
highest and because you want to lose weight within 3 days. Come on.
No, not. Well, you've just spoken to a lot of people's concept of
Right.
having a summer body. So I mean,
So when that summer body idea, I don't even understand because I mean, if you want to have a summer body, you had 6 months, you had 1 year before the summer, you knew that you were going to have that summer body. Why do you want to miraculously have summer body within 2 weeks?
oh
Hello,
yeah, yeah,
hello.
yeah. So I mean, you've done justice, and I did say that you would be very very detailed about
Right,
all of the questions. So yes, you have
and of
answered
course,
all of the
I have
questions.
some meal plans on my page. I have some meal
Okay.
plans on my page.
Oh,
In case you
oh,
want to
okay,
watch
nice.
plans on my page
Okay,
too,
okay,
go to my Instagram page, go to the link in the bio, and you can
okay,
watch these meal plans on my page.
okay. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing that as well, for sharing your page. I'll
And
put it
again,
in the
for
description.
just a reminder, my Instagram handle is Fit for Popples. Fit FIT number 4
Yeah.
Popples 247.
Okay, great. I'll also put it in the description as well.
Right.
So, just for emphasis, you've done very well with the questions. Can you just, so that we understand, can you share what your typical day feels like or looks like, and how do you work out in the mornings and in the evenings, or it's just a 30 minutes in the morning routine, and if you miss your morning workout you try to make it up for, or in the mix of your daily routine, your 9 to 5, and yeah, please.
On doing in the morning or doing it in the evening.
Okay.
Most especially for women, because sometimes our schedule is fluid, right?
Yeah.
For example, I could have made up my mind to work out this morning and I wake up in the morning and I realize my daughter is coughing or maybe she had a fever overnight. That automatically
Okay.
throws that workout out the window.
Out of the window.
Right.
Yeah.
So I am not single. I have a family to cater for. And
Yeah.
somehow my schedule is sort of tied towards how the day would go with them. Now,
Yeah.
so if that happens, God forbid, I would have to work out in the evening. So I wouldn't
Okay.
say, oh, work out, the best time to work out is in the morning. Come on. Those are the kind of things that actually discourages people when they hear things like
Okay.
that, because you know that
Yeah.
they would never work out in the morning. So if you tell
Yeah.
them the best time to work out in the morning, the best time to work out is in the morning, it's off the table. Workout is completely off the table.
Oh boy.
Forget about it. It's not going to happen. But I mean, just be flexible. Even if it's in the afternoon,
Yeah.
even if it's your lunchtime, if you work from home, 12 o'clock, people are going to have lunch. You've already taken time to make your lunch, right? Or maybe you eat out if you want to. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
a big fan of cooking healthy meals at home because, again, remember you're trying to watch your weight. You want to know what you're
Yeah.
putting in the food, ingredients, etc., etc. Just
Yeah.
make sure you're healthy, right? So, but
Yeah.
even means everyone has like 1 hour break every day
Yeah.
at work. So you
Yeah.
take 30 minutes out of the break to do your workout. That can work. It's an afternoon. It's okay.
Oh, great.
Even if
Wow.
the afternoon doesn't work, in the evening after work, 30 minutes, it's okay.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it that way. I mean, now that
Right.
you have spoken about it, I have a colleague who during our lunch break, she quickly just walks her dog just
Right.
across the park and she's back. I got another
Right.
one who actually does his workout during the lunch break. He has a gym outfit. There's a gym just by the
Right.
corner. He just dashes up there,
Right.
gets it done, and the afternoon shift or his remainder of the day is such a breeze because he's more active. So
Right.
that's really amazing. Thank
Mhm.
you very much for
And that's a
sharing that
workout
as
for
well.
them. That's a time for them
Then
to move their.
yeah, thank you very much. So this would typically be our last question, but I would
Okay.
so is there any underrated exercise or workout routine that maybe you are engaged in and you see that it's really effective and most people do not know about it? Would you be willing to share like like a secret?
I would think stretches are
Oh,
underrated.
oh, okay. Oh,
Stretching and walking are underrated.
oh, nice. Okay, so it's good to incorporate
During
that
the summer,
stretching.
I do lots of walking. During the summer, my husband and I do lots of walking. We could walk for
Okay.
1 hour. And most of
Wow.
it is talking and talking and talking and talking. If
Yeah.
you have a workout path, if you have somebody who can take long walks with you,
Yeah.
perfect. I think, and during those periods when I do those walks,
Yeah.
I could lose like 1 kg, 2 kg within 2 days.
Wow.
Yes, walking
Wow.
is very powerful. It helps your heart rate like go into that
Okay.
constant beating for some time. Like
Okay.
walking and also stretches. I think they're both stretching works for me because it sort of stretches my whole body and makes me a little bit more flexible and not stiff.
Okay.
So you see all of those like laying on the ground, stretching your arms, stretching your
Yeah.
feet,
Yeah.
stretching your legs, like
Yeah.
all of those. I feel like those are really underrated.
Oh, it's okay. All right. I'll give you exactly 60 seconds to, I mean, the tech slash health discussion. So could you
Mhm.
just tell us a little about what you do with your not for profit
Yeah.
Temka,
So
yeah.
Temple Women Network is a nonprofit. What we do is we provide training, workshops, mentoring, and coaching for women
Okay.
who want to start their careers in the field of technology. So, if you are, for example, just coming into Canada, new immigrants trying to navigate your way to get a job, we
Okay.
provide we help you to provide resources. We have a community of over 1,000 women.
Wow.
We provide referrals for jobs. Everybody knows that sometimes you need a foot into the door.
Yeah.
So you need that foot into the door. You need somebody to refer you and submit your resume internally for a role that you've seen.
Yeah.
Then your go-to community. Also, if you are looking to pivot from a non-tech career to a tech
Okay.
career,
Okay.
we also provide training, coaching, and even within the community support to help you to navigate that part. Um,
Okay.
if you are looking to get promoted, maybe you feel stuck in your career and you just
Yeah.
feel like that role for years, no promotion. You definitely need to do something differently. And
Yeah.
we have mentors who have blessed the truth, who are more senior than you, and they know how to navigate organization politics to be able to, get a promotion. And you're looking to get certified, right, in a
Yeah.
particular area. We know sometimes certifications can be hard not to crack, but
Yeah.
with our expertise and also with other people in the community who have done these certification exams, you are able to get free resources and also hand holding and tips and tricks on how to write your certification exam one time and get it passed.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Great.
so we cater for women in the field of tech and even looking to come into tech, regardless of the age that you are. We're a
Okay.
community to provide that support. And if you want to join us, you can go to tencarwomen.org.
Okay.
That's our site, and we have a membership page that we're launching soon. And so if
Okay.
you want to sign up to become a member, that's where you're going to be going to. Click on the link to register as a member, and
Okay.
yeah, and
All right.
we
So,
want to word.
oh, great. So we're clear. Is this just women in Canada or women in Toronto or
Women in Canada. We
in
have women
Canada?
all
Okay,
over. We have women in New Brunswick. We have women in Toronto. We have women in Ottawa. We have in um Vancouver. Women
so
all over Canada.
wow,
We even have
wow,
women outside of Canada in our
wow.
community. We have women from
Oh,
US, Australia, UK in the
okay,
community as well.
okay. Okay, that's great. I mean, I wouldn't let you go without talking about your. I know you're a recent awardee. Would you be
Right.
willing to share a little about your award, what
Um,
you just got?
Well, so I got recognized for being a STEM trailblazer. It was a very
Okay,
big one for me because I mean, I have worked 15 plus years in the field
yeah,
of technology.
okay,
And so this award really meant a lot to me. It was very encouraging. It was given to me by Universal Women Network in New York City
okay,
um, last year, towards the end of last year. I also met incredible other women who also received this different types of awards. So it was a big
okay,
event. Yeah, and I'm so excited to be recognized for the work that I'm doing in the field of technology, and particularly for women, because we know that it's very we know that I mean, the ratio of women to men in the field of technology is it's not balanced, and so women have much more challenges getting into tech versus men, and even growing their careers. So just being an example and breaking the glass ceiling and showing women that, look, if I can do it, you can do it
you
too,
can do it.
and being recognized for that was a very big one for me. I'm excited for what's to come in 2025.
All right. So, wow.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you,
Thank
Chinwe.
you
Thank you,
for
Chinwe
having
Onuorah,
me.
for agreeing to do this. I mean, I really appreciate the detail with which you have shared
Thank you.
your insights. And well, we couldn't have picked a better guest. Thank you very
Thank
much for agreeing to do this. All right.
Thank
I'll let you go and do
you.
enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye,
All right.
everybody.
Bye. All right. Thank
Bye.
you. All right.
Let's get it. This that go and get it. With no hesitation. This that never quit.